had a eulogy written, guys, and I seem to have lost it. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's come along today to say farewell, and I just wanted to share with you the Patrick that I knew. I know that everybody else has met Patrick and had different relationships with him, as we all do. And I think, that we don't always get to know the full extent of the person. So I got to know Patrick, who was my dad's brother, and who was full of mischief and was very, very, very wanting to be in charge all the time because he's a big brother. I got to know Patrick, the person, who was very work-driven and who focused so hard on his work that sometimes he forgot to live his life to the fullest. Patrick, my uncle, is a very beautiful person who, he loved family and he was trying to make things more memory-based rather than, just occasionally saying hello. And then there's Tootsie. Tootsie is a nickname that I gave my uncle because he refused to call me anything but Bond. Since I went and retrieved him from a hospital, we ran away with a wheelchair, and that was just the greatest thing, and he laughed his head off for many, many, many days about that. And I said, well, if I have to be your Bond, you have to be my Toots. It's a bit of a role reversal, but it stuck and he loved it. Toots had an incredible sense of humour. We would spend hours on the phone telling jokes and laughing, being morbid and laughing about that because you only live once, so enjoy it while you can. We talked about the deep things, things that worried him. He had a hand in today. He wanted to be a part of it, so he chose the urn himself. He chose my funeral dress. So he had a lot of say in that, and that was really special, and I'm glad that I've been able to give him that. And so thank you for that. Toots and I would also talk about everything and nothing. Just random, everyday best friend chat that you would have, and he was my best friend. And in some ways, he was a third parent. I am so incredibly lucky that I have had the opportunity to be a part of his family and to be a part of his world. I'm going to miss him, but I know that he is with God and with his mum and dad, and he's definitely playing guitars up in heaven and having a disco, because that's what he loved to do. He loved his cats, he loved animals, he loved nature. He was very kind in that he would, especially in the later years of his life, he would see someone in need or hear of someone in need, and he had a compulsion to need to help them, to make it better. There was no reason for him to do it, he just did. One example was a friend of his, Gwen. Her sister had come out of hospital after a serious illness, and it was really hot. They were in the middle of a heat wave. Patrick heard about this. He pulled the air conditioner unit out of his own wall. He took it out there and he installed it in her window and gave it to her and said, "You need this more than I do." And that was it. He never told anyone. He never asked for anything in return. There was nothing behind it motivationally except that he wanted to help her. He did not want to see her suffer. And that is Toots. That's who I know. So I'm here today to honour him. And I hope that all of you can honour Toots, but also Patrick that you knew.